Hey, Fit Friend. Shayla here, your coach, with my friend Whitney is joining us today. And I just wanted to tell you about one of my favorite supplements that you could take for the rest of your life because it's so awesome. It is something that I found about a year ago. It's called Juice Plus, and my friend Whitney actually introduced me to it. And the reason why I started looking into a more whole food supplement is because my son, Everett, had some health issues when he was a baby and he was on medication since he was 6 weeks old until almost 6 months old. And we wanted to try and get him off that medication. And I wanted to find something that we could give him and our whole family could take that was safe and healthy for him and would help rid his body of any toxins from having to take all those medications and just help him feel better all around. And that led me to Juice Plus because he had a lot of health issues, so he was at something called Nemours Children's Hospital often. And Nemours actually did a study on Juice Plus and the effects of Juice Plus on children. And so the fact that the place that he was going to get his care had done a research study, a clinical research study on this supplement and recommended it for children was very high in my opinion. And so I reached out to Whitney and she helped me figure out what it was and how to keep looking into it. And so we just started as a family taking it in 2020, right before COVID happened in 2020, and have never looked back since and won't ever look back except to thank the Lord that we found it because it has just been so vital to our family and to my clients as well as a fitness professional and a nutrition professional. And just some of the things that we found in our own personal lives was just more energy. The afternoon slump, especially as a young mom for me, the afternoon slump was non existent anymore. And for my husband, he was having to drink coffee in the morning. He would do 2 cups in the morning and then also do an afternoon cup. And he is only just drinking 1 cup in the morning just for fun now. He doesn't actually even feel like he needs it. And recently he went through probably 2 months of not even having any caffeine at all because he just felt so good without having it. So energy, sleep, our sleep got better. My husband, when he's stressed, of course, like most people, tend to have sleep issues, and it was very helpful for him to be able to have a good night's sleep so that he could handle his work things with a clear mind. And then also postpartum hair loss is real, and I was having some issues after my son was born. And by the time I went to my hair dresser about 6 months after taking Juice Plus, she could notice the difference between before I started taking it and after I started taking it because she could see the new growth and the new hair on my head, and which was astounding to me that it could help that much in that little bit of a detail. Inflammation. My husband has also had chronic shoulder issues, and within a couple weeks of taking Juice Plus, he stopped noticing any inflammation, and even now he hardly ever talks about it. Even after a hard workout and having to do shoulder work and all of that, he doesn't have any inflammation anymore, which is amazing. And just overall health as well and sickness for our family, especially my son who had a lot of health issues. He is as healthy as he can be, and the doctors are amazed at the improvement he has made since he was 6 months old, since we started the Juice Plus with him. So that is what our personal family has seen. Now, my clients, of course, when we started it, I wanted to tell all of my clients about it because I have never recommended a supplement to my clients before because I just didn't trust anything and I didn't believe in it. And I didn't believe it was necessary for their health. It would just be a short term, um, something short term that would maybe get them to their goals. But when we started experiencing the benefits, we started experiencing and realizing this is a long term health plan for us to help us stay healthy and whole long term to glorify God. I started sharing it with all of my clients, and some of the things that my clients saw, better blood work within a couple of months, and even a couple years after starting to take it. Energy, more energy, better sleep, similar to us, less inflammation, and they're hitting their daily veggie intake every day, which is impossible for any of my clients to get all of the fruits and vegetables they need every single day. And so that's why I have my friend Whitney here because she's going to be able to explain what Juice Plus is and tell you how it's made and why fruits and vegetables are so important in our health And I actually have the privilege of partnering with this company to be able to share it with my clients. But she also works for the company and has more knowledge on the back end things and the research and everything else. And so I wanted her to be able to share that story with you. So, Whitney, you are a go.
Thank you so much, Shayla. And I am excited to be here. I'm so excited to share with you guys more about Juice Plus and how it's helped our family. So, like Shayla said, my name is Whitney. My husband and I and our four children live in Columbia, South Carolina. My husband is in ministry, he's a worship pastor, and we've been in ministry together now over 16 years, which has been fun and such a blessing. And I'm going to share with you briefly before I get started more about our family's health journey. So, 7 years ago, I was a mom to just our first two children, and I found myself exhausted. I was overwhelmed. My kids seemed to be stuck in a vicious sick cycle, and my husband was struggling with seasonal allergies, and my son was struggling with severe eczema, and both the kids were on allergy medications. And then my son also struggled with just severe breathing respiratory issues. So he was on daily asthma treatments. And I began to pray that God would send us a solution. I knew how important fruits and vegetables were. I knew that nutrition was important. And we had always done our best to prioritize eating well and staying active. And I felt like I was doing everything I possibly could. And that is when I found Juice Plus. A friend shared with me about it. And when I took a closer look and I saw that Juice Plus had a nutrition label, I knew that it was fruits and vegetables. I knew our body could recognize, absorb, and use it. I knew that this was worth giving a try. And then I saw the clinical research, and that even more solidified that this could absolutely help our family. So I'm so thankful we added Juice Plus within a month. My son's eczema completely cleared up, and sickness began to dissipate for our family. Within 1 year, everybody was off their daily seasonal allergy medications, and my son no longer needed his asthma breathing treatments. So that was a huge answer to prayer. And I was so thankful to use Juice Plus in my third and my fourth pregnancies. And those little babies and toddlers have been by far our healthiest. They have now been in preschool for over 2 years, both of them, and neither one has had a sick visit. So, such a difference between our first two. And I know that Juice Plus was a catalyst for our health. And so, I'm excited to get to share with you more about what Juice Plus actually is. So, our mission is to inspire healthy living around the world. And I'm excited that Shayla and I get to partner together to do that. So, as a country, we are unhealthy. And when we look at these statistics, it can be very alarming. 1 in 4 people will die of heart disease, 1 in 2 women and 1 in 3 men will develop cancer, 1 in 3 will have diabetes by 2050, and 1 in 5 children is obese. So, especially being a mom, when I see these, it's very startling. And I know that I want to do everything possible for our family and for our children and our future generations in order to create healthy habits and good, healthy cells for our bodies. There are two main reasons why our health has declined. And the first would be that our environmental toxins are increasing. So, if you think about the pollution in the air, the water contaminants, think about our food and the pesticides, the herbicides that are in them that contaminate them. You can also think about the skincare products that we put on our body, our hair, as well as what we use to clean our house. So toxins are increasing even when we try our best. It's inevitable that this is going to affect us. The second would be that our food quality is decreasing. So, unfortunately, more than 50% of what Americans eat is processed. So, if you think about all the aisles in the grocery store, all those center aisles contain a lot of food that has preservatives, it has flavor enhancers, a lot of it is genetically modified. And even in our fruits and vegetables, They're filled with a lot of herbicides, pesticides. They're picked before they're ripe. So if you think about your bananas, a lot of times they've been picked long before they were ripe. And in our meats, they're injected with a lot of growth hormones. So, unfortunately, the food that we try to get to stay healthy has, just like if you think about a baby, we want that baby to grow all the way to full term and then it's ready. So just like our fruits and vegetables, when it's picked before it's ripe, it's not able to be full of that nutrition that it could be if it was vine ripened and then picked for us. So, as a health community, we're on a mission to help those that we care about with these six building blocks to help become healthier. So, we look at our exercise and our fitness, getting good, restful sleep, managing our stress, staying hydrated and drinking water, using safer products on our bodies and in our house, and eating more whole foods. And we know that every expert you talk to is going to say that most diseases are prevented with good nutrition. So I'd like for you to take a look at this apple. And we know if you'll look on the left side of the apple that when it is exposed to air, that the color changes. And this is an example of oxidative stress. So our cells in our body are bombarded, just like I shared with you, by the toxins in our environment. And even good stress is stress on our body. And so that causes aging and disease. But the good news is that fruits and vegetables are filled with antioxidants. And when we consume this, it helps to protect our cells, just like you see this lemon that was put on the apple, and it fights that oxidative stress. So it helps prevent disease and aging and all of those things. So that's why we want to flood our bodies with fruits and vegetables, flood our bodies with antioxidants. So the good news isn't that just fruits and vegetables are good for you, but they are so good for you that they could save your life. So we need 7 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables every day. So if you were to hold up your fist, this is one serving. So we need 10 fistfuls at least every single day. And pregnant, breastfeeding moms need even more. Athletes need even more. So it can be a challenge and is nearly impossible for anyone to get the quantity that they need, the quality, because our food is decreasing, and the variety. Our body needs the variety of fruits, vegetables, and berries every single day. And so this is where Juice Plus comes in to help us. So our family was taking traditional vitamins. That's what we were taking for years. And a traditional vitamin, most any supplement that you see out there, is going to have a supplement label. And it shows you all of the extracted vitamins that they've put into the vitamin capsule. When we look at Juice Plus, you're going to see a nutrition label. So on the right side, you're going to see all of these thousands of phytonutrients, which means plant nutrients that are in an apple. So all of these phytonutrients is in one apple. And when your body gets all of that, it's like an orchestra or a symphony. If you think about how all of those instruments work together to make beautiful music, this is what phytonutrients, plant nutrients, do in our body. They come together, they work together in order to fuel our cells and our body well so that we can thrive. So 70% of Americans are trying to fill the gaps like we were with a multivitamin. But the reality is that our body needs whole food nutrition. Our body knows how to recognize, absorb into our bloodstream, and then utilize whole food nutrition. So, what is Juice Plus? Juice Plus, it is vine ripened. So, like I said before, it's picked when it is fully ripe. So, we have all of that dense nutrition, and it is a wide variety of fruits, vegetables, berries, and plant based omegas. So, it's picked when it's fully ripe. It's pulverized, so it's not juiced, it's pulverized from the skin all the way down to the pulp. And then it's preserved at really low temperatures and it's put into capsules or our delicious chewable gummies. And that is what we take every day to bridge the gaps in our diet at the cellular level. And then our omega is a full spectrum omega blend. And it skips over the fish and goes straight to the source that the fish eats. So we get it in the purest form. So take a look at these fruits and vegetables and berries and just think about how many of these did you eat today? How many do you eat in the course of a week? It's nearly impossible to eat this variety consistently, which is what our body needs. So, this is our omegas, and I love the omegas. Many women are deficient in their omega, especially omega 3 during pregnancy and postpartum and breastfeeding. Our body gets so depleted. And so, this is a fantastic way to give your body that nutrition that it needs while sustaining pregnancy and breastfeeding, as well as we need the variety of the omegas for our heart health, our brain health to function at optimal levels, and to keep our systemic inflammation lower. And so we see amazing results with all ages, whether it's from babies, children, and adults, when we add in these omegas that our body needs. And our Juice Plus Complete. I love our Juice Plus Complete. So if you think of this as your macronutrition, it has fantastic protein, carbohydrates, and fiber. And this is what you can think of as the gas in your engine. So our fruits and our vegetables and our berries would be our micronutrition, the oil in your car, the oil in your engine. This is your macronutrition. So this is a great way to have a meal replacement. It's a great way to have a snack. We use the superfood complete powder to make snacks like energy balls or healthy treats for our family. And it is low glycemic. So a lot of people that may struggle with being a diabetic can use this very safely. And it is non-GMO and it's gluten-free, dairy-free. So it is a perfect protein, and it is has all of the amino acids which our body needs, and is only found, our body doesn't produce that perfect amino acid profile. And so the complete is the way that we can fuel our body well, because we have to eat that, and this is the perfect combination of that protein. So we love our complete. So if you think of Juice Plus as you may be doing your best to eat well, and this bridges the gaps at the cellular level between what we should be eating and what we may be eating each and every day. So think of Juice Plus as food. It's not a multivitamin. It has a food label. It has no additives. It's made with all non GMO ingredients. It's vegan, kosher, dairy, and gluten free. It's NSF certified, which is very important. So if you look on the label, you're going to see that it has an NSF certification, which means there's a third party that has come in and has tested every product so that what is actually on the label is in the product. And so that helps us know also that there's no contaminants, there's no pesticides or herbicides. I like to say it's even better than organic, and that what we are seeing is actually in there and getting into our bloodstream. And we know that it's the most researched nutritional product in the world. So our gold standard research is the best, highest level research that a product can get. And we have leading hospitals all around the world and organizations that have taken Juice Plus and studied it on their own and shown that, number one, it is bioavailable, which means it's absorbed into your bloodstream, which is most important. And then number two, once it's absorbed into the bloodstream, that it's doing fantastic things for all aspects of the human body. So you can look down this list and see, and we can also share with you our research guide, which can give you the specific tests and different studies that they've done. But we have seen so many amazing benefits. It supports a healthy immune system. It supports your cardiovascular wellness. It lowers your systemic inflammation in your body, produces healthy lung function, skin, nails, hair. And what is super awesome is that it does help maintain a healthy DNA. So it's helping produce, not even in your health, but in the future generations to come. This is what I love is that our company is so focused on helping families. And so every adult order comes with a free child portion. And your child then is entered into a health study where you can voluntarily answer questions on how your child's health is improving. And this is where I saw come to life in our family as my kids were seeing the doctor less. They were craving more fruits and vegetables because what we fuel our body with, it's going to crave. They were visiting the doctor less, they had less medications. So, this is an awesome study that we do, and we get to see how our family's health is improving. So you may be asking, all right, so how much is Juice Plus? And I will tell you that my favorite part about Juice Plus is the price because I know it is the best part. Because I know for $2.50 a day that I'm able to flood my body with 30 plus fruits, vegetables, and berries. Plus, I'm able to give that to a child for free. And I know that it would be impossible to get that many fruits, vegetables, and berries every single day at the highest level of, better than organic in the purest form. And I love that it's free for children ages 4 through college. And you can start Juice Plus younger, of course. So we encourage even babies when they're eating their baby food, you can open the capsules and put it in their baby food, which they love. And it helps to start training their palate on their tongue. And and then the complete. So if you are love your Starbucks, you can even think about how one meal a day, $2.33, is so much less than a trip to the Starbucks coffee. Our omegas are $1 a day, which is fantastic. So there's a couple different options to get you started. The first would be that you're watching this, you're listening, and it makes sense to you like it did for me. And you may want to order, you may want to become a customer. And Shayla and I would be more than happy to help you get started, to help your family get started, and take good care of you. The second option would be that as you're hearing, you may be thinking of a friend or a family member that you know this could really benefit. So I would encourage you to consider becoming a partner, becoming a member for $52 a year. And then you can get your product for the best price because you're going to save 10%. And then you can help be a resource for a friend or family member, and you can earn that 10% off of their order as well. So that's a fantastic way to start, especially if you're a big family. That just makes sense. The third option would be to pay that $52 a year, which is what I did 3.5 years ago. I was already sharing Juice Plus, and just like any mom, when you love something, when you find something that's working for your family, you want to help other people. And so after we had our fourth baby, I wanted to be home with my kids. I'm a former teacher, now I'm a homeschool mom, and I began to explore options for creating an income for our family from home. And that's when I discovered with Juice Plus, it was $52 a year, and I could be a resource to help those that I cared about. And so had a teacher background, definitely didn't see myself building a business, but God had other plans. And I am so thankful that I stepped out and that I made myself available to help others, because God has taken this and it has truly become a platform for ministry to serve families, to help people get healthier from the inside out. And He has blessed the business for our family financially to create margin to where we have more that we can give to those in need. We can save and plan for our future. And I have such a desire and a calling to not only help families get healthier from the inside out, but also to be able to help them have healthy finances, because I know that they are equally important. And so we as a community would love to come alongside you, whether it's to help you get healthier or to take a closer look at what this business could be for you. And Shayla and I would love to partner with you. We have a lot of work to be done, and there are a lot of families that we want to help even more. And so we would love to share more with you, and you could partner with us to have a greater impact. So, like I said, our mission is to inspire healthy living around the world, one person and one family at a time. We are so thankful for our company that's been around for over 50 years. And when I was looking for not only a product that I could trust, but a company, it really, really meant a lot to me that this company has been around for 50 years, that it has the highest level of research that you could possibly have, and that we have the amazing men and women leaders leading us that not only invest into our hearts and our family's health, but for those of us doing a business, that they come alongside us and partner with us as well. So these are our core beliefs. And many companies have these, but I have seen that these are truly what holds us together. The longevity of our products and our company and our quality of what we do, the quality of the research, the quality of the products. I love the simplicity. Fruits and vegetables are never going out of style, and we all need more of them. So I love that. Authenticity, our community and culture to me sets us apart from so many out there. I love that we're a community that we rub shoulders with people moving in the same direction. So it's a catalyst to help you get healthier. And I love that we are approachable. So many of us are moms and dads wanting to just make a simple change for ourselves and our family. And that's what we love to do, is to help others do the same. So we are here to support you. We are here to be a resource. We would love to meet you where you are and take you to the next step. So thank you, Shayla, for having me.
Thank you, Whitney, so much for joining me to talk about Juice Plus. And as you're going through your presentation, one thing that stuck out to me is in prayer in our Christian walk, um, prayer far exceeds our life. Like we can pray for our future generation, for your kids, for your grandkids, for great grandkids, all of that, and your prayers can outlive your life. It's really the same with your health. Your health now can help future generations have the health they need to sustain themselves long term too. And so, what a parallel of health and just Christ for the gospel too, like just to glorify Him and how, wow, my health now, my DNA now
Mhm.
is, fueling the children I may have, whether that is biologically or through adoption. And that will help fuel them to set them up for success and make good choices. And that will, just, like you said, it's a catalyst and it's a domino effect. So it is awesome. Thank you so much for sharing with us today.
Yes. Thank you for having me.